Hi children, welcome to all for ABVK group of institution. Today we are going to learn that lesson number 16, the earth. Children, we live on the earth, you know very well. Yes or no children, where we are living? We all are living on the earth. It is our home. Yes or no, earth is known as our home because where we are living, we all are living on the earth. So that's why it is our home. And also it is known as it's one of the planet. You know very well, yes or no? It is one of the planet in the solar system. Can you see where it is? The Earth is here. The Earth is the third planet of the solar system. The Earth is the third planet of solar system. Next, children, and you know that what is the shape of the earth? The shape of the earth is round. What is the shape of the earth? The shape of the earth is round like an orange. Okay, the shape of the earth is round like a ball, and also we can give the example of orange also. What is the shape of orange? It is a ball. Yes or no? Like that, our earth also it's look like a ball. And the earth goes around the sun. How, where it will move? It will move around the sun. If the sun will be there, the earth goes around the sun. And where we get light and heat, children? We get light and heat from the sun. So, earth. Next, this earth is made up of land and water. You know very well, yes or no, children? The earth is made up of land and water. There is more water on the earth than land. See, you see this? The blue color area, it shows as a water. See children, the blue color area shows water, and where we can see like a here red yellow color, and here you can see like a green and like a small brownish color. These are known as a land. Okay, how many percent of water it is covered on the earth? Means more than water is 70 to 71%. Okay, more than 70 and 71% of water is covered on the earth. Remaining 30 or 29% is it is occupied as a land. We all are landing on the we are all are where we are living. We all are living in this land. In 30% land we people are living. Remaining all it is covered full of like a water. So that's why the earth is made up of land and water. It is more water. Compared to that, there is more water on the earth than land. 3%. The earth is a three parts of water and only one part of land. Children, how many part of water it is covered? They are covered in the three parts of the earth full of water, and remaining only one part it is occupied as a land. Okay, so now you see that the blue area shows water and the green area shows land, and this outer layer will be there now, that is known as a hair. Now you can clear that, children. So the earth has a hair. See children, what is this? This blue color shows as a hair. Yes or no? See, the blue color will be there. No? The earth is surrounding the hair all around it, the layer. The earth has a hair like a circle, which is called as a atmosphere. What is an atmosphere? The earth has an hair all around it. Okay, the hair it is covered full of earth. So, which is called atmosphere. Next, we have to move on that. What is a globe? A globe is a small model of the earth. Okay, children, what is a globe? Globe is a small model of the earth is called a globe. Next, children, we have to move on the physical features. What does it mean by physical features? The landforms, bodies, and water, landforms of bodies of water, climate, natural vegetation, and soil of the earth that are created by the nature and make a place unique. That is known as a physical features. So what we can see different types of landforms and different types of bodies of water, climate, natural vegetation means plants and various types of plants, and the soil of the earth that are created by the nature and make a place unique. That is known as a physical features. In that physical features, first one, plains. What do you mean by plains? Plains means flat lands. The flat lands are called plains. Okay, children. Most famous cities of India are lies in the plains only. Plains. Most famous cities of India are in the plains. And what we can do here in the plains? Plains means flat land, you know very well. And here we can grow more crops. Grown crops are grown more here. And plains are usually hot in the summer. What is the climate situation of the plains? It is very hot in the summer and it is very cold in the winter. Where? Plains. And here most of the cities we can find here, and most people live in the plains only. Almost and all people they are lies in the plains only, children. Next we have to move on the mountains and hills. An area of land, so see children, an area of land that is higher than the land. See, this is the land, normal land. It is very high in the normal land, so it is called as a hill. The area of land that is higher than the land, so this place too, this is very high. The area of land that is higher than the land around is called as a hills. And hills are made up of rocks. Sometimes hills are made up of rocks. Hills are usually have fine weather. Hills are have a fine weather in all the years around. Okay, so now you understood an area of land that is higher than the land around is called as a hills. Hills are made up of rocks and hills usually have fine weather all years around. Next, we have to move on the mountains. Mountains. What do you mean by mountains? High hills. High hills are called mountains. It is very usually in the mountains. It is very cold. Yes or no? What is the climate of the weathers? In the mountains, it is very cold in the mountains. The tip of mountain. See, the tip of the mountain is called as a peak. See, children, what we will call in this place? We will call as a peak. The peak of high mountains is covered snow. What it is covered? It is covered with the snow. Where? In the mountains. So what it is covered? It is covered as the snow. Can you see that? High hills are called mountain. It is very cold in the mountains. Where we can see where it is very cold in the mountains. Usually it is very cold. The tip of the mountain. So last tip will be then that is known as a peak. The peak of high mountains, what it is covered? It is covered with the snow. Can you see the white color? It is covered full of snow. And most rivers found here, most of the rivers are found in the mountains only. Why? Because means when the snow from this mountains melt it and it's flow like a rivers. Okay. Next, valley. What do you mean by valley? The lowland between hills and mountains is called valley. See, hills are mountain. So small like a lower land is called as the hills and high hills are called mountains. In between place, what we will call? In the between place we will call as a valley. Okay. Next we will move on the next one, that is different types of landform, that is plateau. What do you mean by plateau? When high land, see children, it is normal land. This is compared to this one, it is very highland. Is a flat. See, this highland is a flat. On the top, is there no? On the top, it is very flat, and it's look like a tabletop. Can you observe? Can you look at the table? How it is same as well as it is. So it is form a plateau. It is known as a tableland. When highland is a flat at the top, highland is a flat at the top and looks like a tabletop is formed as a plateau. The plateau is also known as a tableland. Next one, children, we have to move on the river and lakes. Water is present on the earth in many forms. Yes or no? Water is present on the earth in many forms and it gets circulated. It gets circulated on the earth as a rain. How it will get? We will get circulated as a rain. Yes or no? Rainwater is the cleanest form of fresh water. Which is the cleanest form of fresh water, children? That is river. River is the cleanest, sorry, rainwater is the cleanest form of fresh waters. Next, when snow melt, See children, this is the mountains. Mountains are covered with the snow. Yes or no? The mountains once it will melt and the mountains it comes down as a plains as a river. So the mountains already they covered full of snow. Once it will melt, it is flow as a river in the plains. When water falls from the great height at the forms of waterfalls. When it is coming in the great height means very high height it will come means what we will call it as a waterfalls. River water is not salty. Can you see children? River water is salty? No, it is not as salty. It is it is also known as a fresh water. River water and rain water is known as a fresh waters. Next, sea and ocean. What do you mean by sea and ocean? So river flow into the sea and ocean where we can see its children river and where how we will get the sea and oceans means a river it will flow into the sea and ocean. Sometimes water collects in the large hole or forming as a lake. Most plains get their water supply from the rivers. Have you ever wondered these where these rivers go? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? Where it will go? You have a wonder about that? Yes or no? So a sea is a large body of water. This is a large body of water. Sea. Sea is known as a large body of water. Sea water is salty. Is there no you children you know that sea water is salty and we can't drink the salt water. Cannot be used for drinking, cooking purpose. We can't use anything for this water. Next, ocean. Oceans are the largest bodies of water. Which is the largest water? The oceans are the largest bodies of water. Sea is a large body. Oceans are largest bodies of water. Ocean water also it is also salty like a sea only. So we can't use to drink, cooking, washing our purpose and all. So there is no uses of ocean and sea water. Next we have to move on the desert. Deserts are the large area of land that are dry and usually covered with the sand. Yes or no, children? You know, wherever the deserts are the large area of land and that are dry, usually covered with the sand. And deserts are very little water. Already there is we can't find any plants and trees here, so very less plants and trees. So that's why we didn't get the rain. We didn't get the rain also very little water, so very few plants like a cactus grow in the desert, so very less plants will grow here. And which is the useful animal in the desert means that is camel. Camel is very useful animal in this desert as it can stay without water for many days. Why? Because the camel will adjust for the desert and also it will live without water many days. Okay, it can live once it will fill up and it will use for that water. Okay, so that's why it is very useful for this desert and also will call as a ship of desert. Okay, the camel is a ship of deserts. So our house now you will understood children the earth is very beautiful. Why? Because we all are living, we can see that many landforms and physical features. It is very beautiful. Which is very beautiful? The earth is very beautiful. We must take good care. What we have to do? We have to take care. We have to take care. It just as it takes a care of us by giving us a food and water, air, sunlight. Why? Because the earth will give us food, water, hair, sunlight. We should take care of us. Yes or no? We should maintain good care of the earth. We must keep it clean and healthy. How should we keep? We should keep healthy and clean so that it can continue to be our friend for many more years. If you are take care of you are looking good in that earth means it will continue to our friends and family members. So this is known as our lesson number 16.